Should we talk about Maxx Crosby?
Let's do it. It's all your fault, but yeah, let's do it.
I didn't touch this story. I don't want any. I still am getting just crushed that I will be tried in the court of football, whatever, for my like Raiders fans. God love ya. God love you for thinking I have something to do with anything. And it's not even, I mean, but I guess I can be accused and tried for wanting him to win a ring. That's fair. Did I want him to leave the Raiders? I think it's, I don't know. I feel like I just got ahead of the story. I think that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I just got ahead of it a little bit and I'm getting crushed for that. A lot of people are getting crushed for that. There's no fan base that, Raiders fans are the only fan base that I think elite players are afraid of. The awesome, in the literal sense of the word awesome fan base that you are. You have the best of the best not wanting to leave you, feeling like they have to go and talk about how much they love you and what you mean to them and you will always mean to them and all of that. That is special. That is like, we love the Raiders for that. That must have been really hard to swallow. There was a bit of like, I think just like Raiders blindness, like like of what was really going on and what really like might stick out and how things might have dissolved and that being reported on, like people weren't wrong to ask those questions, to put those things together. And are you a place that's going to win a Super Bowl in the next 3-4 years? I don't know. I don't know. And I would love to hear from Raiders fans on what their feelings are after hearing what Max had to say so eloquently, so beautifully. He doesn't have to do that. Him doing that was important to him, I think, out of reverence and also some awesome fear of this fan base and their thoughts on him after he really did give every little bit of himself, mentally, spiritually, physically, to this team and this cause to win a Super Bowl. As far as him joining the Ravens, this is already swinging stuff. Winds of change in the AFC, at least, okay? Yep, here we go. FanDuel Sportsbook, you know what? You love it. The Ravens alone favorites to win the conference at plus 440. They're ahead of the Bills, sitting there at plus 500. They're also third in Super Bowl odds behind the Rams and Seahawks at plus 1,000. So this was a masterpiece deal for a guy who doesn't like me very much, Eric DeCosta. Good for you. This is make them a top 5 defense again? Yeah, it does, instantly. The writing is on the wall. Jamar Chase hated it. The rest of the AFC hates it. The window is now for this organization. So DeCosta does this, but then he pushes in the chips, which causes pressure. This is something that's a little uncharacteristic of him, which I like. The first time in 30 years, the history of the organization, they have not seen the past 3 decades trading a first-round pick for a player. And there were some, DeCosta made it happen. Good on him. And if you're going to deviate from your philosophy, this is the time to do it in said window, and this is the player to do it for it. The Ravens were bottom 3, I'll remind you, in sacks, bottom 3 in pass defense. So Max goes a long way in fixing both of those marks, and by every metric, he has been the best run defender on the edge as well. Baltimore, they have a star in every level of the defense again. Max, Roquan, Kyle Hamilton, really for the first time since Suggs left, like 10 years ago, okay? And Minter running things. And, I don't know. The sky's the limit for this defense, and they need to be much better, is all I'll say about that. And they do have some work to do, by the way. Hamilton, do they have Tyler Linderbaum?
It sounds like, just based on what's going on out there, it sounds like Linderbaum is likely out the door and going to get completely broken off.
Can he go to DJ Reader's team?
Yeah.
Is that a crazy thing?
There's a possibility. We'll see. They have their own cap situations going on. It sounds like this is going to be a wild deal that he's about to get. Okay. And he deserves it. But yeah, there's a lot of issues on that offensive line that are going to need to be addressed for sure.
Reader, bounce back over to Cincy for me. And Tyler, you do your thing with the Lions. I just decided it. You're welcome. Yeah, I don't know. The offensive line has to be addressed, right? Because it's like you're doing all this. And I guess like the question you'd have if you're criticizing this kind of a deal, like you got to get the most Hamilton out of Lamar Jackson, out of Derrick Henry when you can in this window and go on this Super Bowl run. Like, were they a piece away is the question. Were they one Maxx Crosby away from winning a Super Bowl? What say you?
I think yes, if they can fix this offensive line too. I think that's going to be a huge issue because it wasn't good enough last year, even with Linderbaum, and now you're losing pieces. They need to do some serious retooling because, like you just said, you need to get the most out of Lamar and Derrick Henry to make this thing work. And if the offensive line isn't doing its thing, you're minimizing the impact of those two players. So if they can get that offensive line sorted out, I do think this is a team that should be in Super Bowl contention.
Are the Chiefs in Super Bowl contention? Will they have Travis Kelce, who's like less than T-minus 1 hour from, I think it's the first time he's ever tested the market? Or
Yeah.
said he, or I don't know if he said it. Did he say it? No, people are saying that he wants to test the market. This would be year 14 for him. I thought he was done. I think he's done. I don't know what's happening. Is this just like last minute jitters? Like, is this like, I don't understand. Just retire and come back in the playoffs. Is that crazy? That's what I would do. Retire, go make some movies, live your life, get married, enjoy. And time is precious. And then, like, I don't believe in retiring. So the mulling over, you know?
Yeah, I think it's just with this year in particular because he doesn't have a contract. He kind of feels like he needs to make the decision now. I know what you're saying about unretiring, but I also think like just the way that he is from what we've come to learn about him through the years, like I feel like he's the type of guy that he wants to go through the battles with his teammates. He doesn't just want to tack himself on later. He wants to feel like he's there with them if he's going to do it. I think if he's going to do it, he wants to do it all the way.
Do you see this person leaving Patrick Mahomes?
It's hard for me to imagine that he leaves Patrick.
Like,
it really is. But
yeah.
There's the financial aspect of this with the Chiefs, too. They don't have a ton of money to throw around. And if he gets his market value, it's going to be somewhere in the ballpark of $15 million a year. So does he take less than the market value?
Is this going to drag on past today? I thought surely on Friday he's going to notify the team, work it out. And here's what's going on. I mean, you can say what you want about. I actually had a couple conversations about this weekend, and it's like he's slow. He doesn't have it anymore. Like he should just hang. That's not why I'm saying to retire. I'm saying just come back and play meaningful football because you have the world at your fingertips and can do whatever you want. And he's still, by the way, and you losers who think he doesn't have it, guess who still finished as a top 5 tight end in receiving yards last year? Chaboy, okay? And there's a bunch of teams. You think there's not a billion teams running around wanting that as far as veteran championship pedigree, marketing, passing game production, most importantly? Yes. If I'm looking at other teams that could see him suiting up, I can't see it. I don't know if I see a Gronk Tampa Bay situation here. I don't see it. Maybe the Eagles? Dallas Goedert could be gone. Maybe there's a connection there. Great culture. You know, is he going to join the team that beat him so bad? I don't know. Because of Jason? I don't know. The connections are cute, I guess. Jason lives in the area. He could be closer to his nieces. Isn't his fiance from there-ish also? I don't know.
Breaking news, rap sheet, Travis Kelce expected to return to Kansas City.
Great.
There we go.
There we have it. No one's surprised by this. I'm surprised he's coming back. I'm surprised. I'm surprised he's coming back. For the love of the game.
Let's go.
I don't know.